that you have gone to Yobe. Otherwise, if you come back, it becomes a child's play without anything. Then the same way, if we stay here and finish with this MTI program, and then we want to be solid teachers, at the end of the day, you didn't get the certificate. It simply means that if there is a way of circumventing the sitting down in the class, and then you are promised that this certificate will come to you without sitting down, even if they place the money to an amount that you cannot pay, I am very sure many people will can't get that money. They will borrow and be paying installmentally. So that is certification. What is given to you after you have undertaken a kind of training, and you are giving that to show that you have undergone that training. And there are, I've been having different certificates, ranging from first school living to WAEC, to PLC, to MLC, to PhD, and back to PGD. Education very important. Why did we decide to come here that we are looking for this certificate? The reason why we are here, if we ask everybody one by one, we may get up to 100 different reasons. Somebody told us last year, a professor from BSU, he said that his coming to this MTI has given him much opportunity, that he was to be going for external examiner in UNIJOS because he doesn't have educational qualification, he couldn't go. They said it wasn't possible for them to take somebody who doesn't have educational qualification. All of a sudden, he saw that there's NTI here. Talked with the manager and he was giving admission. Then by the time we were having this matriculation last year, he told us that he is very happy that he has been able to go for 6 external examinations, courtesy of this NTI. So there are many reasons why people come, many benefits, the importance of coming for this, and one of them is one, you need to keep, you are a teacher, you are in a school, you are the closest to the president, but you do not have that requisite qualification, they will not give it to you. So it is very, very important that you do the right thing by coming to get the certificate. There are a number of certificate giving bodies, and the different regulatory bodies look for their own certificate. This particular one is for teachers. You get it, you become a qualified teacher. You get it BSc Ed or BL or ML. You will qualify as the same person qualifying today, because all of them are for education. If you don't have them, don't say it is discrimination. It is not. There was a time I was in a polytechnic. They were having accreditation. Then the people told me that it is not possible for me to come as a professor, university lecturer, to be in the polytechnic, that they were not going to score me. So it is not one person that gives the rule. There are some other certificate giving bodies, like environmental, the environments, a HERICON. Now, what does a HERICON do? A HERICON gives certificates, and their goal is that you revalidate your certificate. After every 3 years, you validate your certificate again. How do you do that? You do that by going to different thematics. As you people are here now, they will go and get certificate of participation for 3 times before they can go for promotion. So you find out that it is very, very necessary that the people come in and get the right kind of certificate for the right kind of job they are looking for. Then the other one is that when somebody gets certificated, the person has more chances of promotion in his workplace. For instance, somebody has a BSc, then during promotion they will say in a column, they say, is there any additional qualification? Then you now bring PGD. In our own setting in the university, the non-teaching staff, if you have additional qualification, PGD is 4 points. and you are looking for 100 points, and you have 4 points for coming for this additional qualification. So you discover that it is necessary because you need it. You are not just here because you want to get the certificate. You are here because you need that certificate. Then I also tell you, the person sitting close to me, if he has a education certificate and he has all other certificates, there are a number of people that will come to him that they want him to, having headed Bentley, and they want him to head their own institution. But when you look at it, you see people we call BSc, MSc, PhD. There are different certificates. But when you come to professional bodies, there are a number of them also. And these professional bodies need those certificates for their promotion. Now, apart from that, the certificates will distinguish you from the other person. They could be called for appointment, and somebody will say BSc Nigeria, MSc Nigeria, MEd Nigeria, PhD Nigeria. You have only PhD. If they take that person that has those 4 degrees, will you be annoyed? Assuming they go straight into that they are taking based on merit. The person has MSc Nigeria, PSc Nigeria, MEd Nigeria, PGD Nigeria, and PhD Nigeria also. But you have PhD Nigeria, and then they have taken the person presenting all of those other certificates. Do you think that if they have taken that person, that maybe there is a kind of partiality in it? No. It is the certificate that is speaking for the person. So, in many occasions in our existence, most of the time it is the certificate that speaks for somebody. Whatever you have accumulated may not be for the immediate use, it could be for the future. Because most of you are here struggling with it today. Some of you may not even have a very defined reason why you are doing it. But because you didn't have job, let me go and do it and keep. In future, it will be the one that will give you the job and increase the volume of food on your table. So thank you for being here. What are the challenges? I am very sure that this other one also, because I said earlier that what we are giving as a lecture here is something that some of you may even know it more than us. If I say what are the challenges you are facing, most of you will write up to 10, and here I will have only 5. The first challenge is cost. Assuming I have to say that, because if I say suggest, somebody will say cost, and then the person has taken my number 1. So the first challenge could be cost. The cost could be the cost for registration, cost for examination fees, cost for tuition, cost for sundry payments. That's the first challenge that you may have. The second challenge, and it is very vital, is time challenge. Time. Why is time a challenge here? I know of some people that may have A in all the courses that they write here, but they may not have time to sit down and read. Why do they not have time? Because of other conflicting demands. They are in other offices. As they are in those other offices, there are also peculiarities, things that are calling for attention in the office. So they may just rush and use 2 hours to browse through whatever they are doing here to write the exam, so that whatever they get, provided they didn't fail, they will still be comfortable with that. So time is another very big challenge that you people are likely to get here. So in this time challenge, balancing of one's workplace with the NTI program schedule here is a major issue. Let me give an example. I will not use my oga to give an example, but let me use another person close to him. You may have lectures to give, and the lecture is maybe on Friday. NTI exam is on Saturday, but the lecture you are responsible to be going in for the class. If you say you are not going in, it means you have shortfall in your own duty place. If you go in there and then you have a limited time to go and prepare for the exam that you are going to have. So time is very, very important. So time management becomes very critical if you have to make the two ends meet here. So in that case, what do you think are the tips for you to manage the time, manage the resources, manage every other constraint that you are having to be able to make this one, and then fit into what the state coordinator said, that the percentage performance was very high? How will you not be the one that will be drawing the percentage down? The first one is that you have to create a study schedule. All of us here, or let me say majority of us here, we have families, we have children. If you tell your child, make a timetable, use your timetable. But for us, now you will just be reading without using a study guide. That study guide, if you discipline yourself to follow it, it means that even if your friends are calling you to come and see them, maybe this division, you will just tell them excuse that I am going for a meeting. That even now, Queen Elizabeth just called you, and after answering, I will come back and answer Tinubu. With that, you have created time for yourself, and you go back and carry that your book and look at it. So if you do not have such a timetable, it is a problem. Then secondly, to use the right type of materials. Do not say that the people that are teaching me, after all, is it not the same thing? Then you go and start browsing your own material, using them. As my long relationship with the teaching, both in secondary school and in university, has told me that the majority of the teachers would like you to put whatever they have said in the class. I don't know whether some other people have observed it, but those people that used to teach others and go will write exactly what was taught and get A. Then you using your brain and giving some emphasis, where at the end of the day you may get B. When people go out on the field, you may be better, but in terms of the certification, the person may be standing a better chance than you. So if you want to read for the exam, do not divulge your notes. I hope I'm making a point. If you want to read for the exam, do not divulge your notes, because many people will read the note inside out, sit down, the question will come, they will look at the question and say yes, yes, yes. They will write exactly what the teacher has given and probably add a few things. At the end of the day, before the teacher reaches where you had added a few things, he may have scored you the whole mark, because the marking scheme the person is making is not no. Don't make marking scheme with something you didn't give to the people. No. So you have to read the right kind of material. If you didn't do that, do not blame any teacher. Another person may understand it better, and by just making a sentence, one or two lines about it, you may not need to go back to the note again. Why? Because during the time of teaching, one thing or the other may be distracting you, so you didn't pick that silent point that the lecturer gave during the time. Then during the study group, if you are feeling sleepy, your neighbor may not be feeling sleepy at that same time, so the person may have picked what you didn't pick. So as a result, during that conversation, you'll be able to pick, you contribute, I contribute, another person contributes. At the end of the day, you may not need to go back to your notes again. So thank you very much for observing those three things. Study group. Then the last one, you say solve past questions. Solve past questions. Do not just go back and relax. Because as a professor in your field where you are not a professor in education here. There are pedagogies that education uses that are completely different from the one that you know where you are coming from. In that case, you still need to go back and say, hey, please, center coordinator, is it possible for me to get the last year's questions? If you have that opportunity of getting them, sit down, look at the question, try and answer them. If you're able to answer like 2 years, 3 years, then I think you are good to go. You now go back again to my house because I don't have anything. So, the next one is to conclude the one on this certification. Certificates are very, very important, and you can only get certificated by meeting the requisite requirement. If you have to be in the class for 75%, good 75% attendance, they will mark it. Sometimes that 75% attendance, somebody with digital literacy, we have many things coming up. AI. If we say AI now, this place will be divided because half will say don't even bring that. But even if we say don't bring it here, I am very sure that it has come to stay. The only thing is that you know what you are looking for and you know what you will avoid. So that's the reason why it is very important that you come and upgrade yourself. Then the key part of what he is going to highlight is that we talked about examination ethics and we continue to talk about it. And why this one is very necessary is because we have said that in 1 week or so you will be going for exam. If you go in for the exam, let me tell you, if the females amongst us here will be searching the female, the males here will be searching the male, irrespective of your social status. And it is very necessary that since we are all mature and we are very sure that we are not going there to cheat, then there is no point going to emphasize examination ethics too much. However, examination ethics could be summarized as the do's and don'ts of an examination. And what do you mean by do's and don'ts of the examination? This my phone is just the phone for my answering call. If you take it to the examination hall with metamorphosis from being a phone for answering call to being a Google instrument, that is to say that this phone is prohibited from going into the examination hall. Then I am here being flanked by 2 chief executives, and we can be talking anything anywhere. If we go to the examination hall and nature happens to place 3 of us together, the first thing that I will do is to put my hand like this as I'm writing. And by putting my hand like this, I am shielding whatever that is inside my own from any other person, including my mother, that could have opportunity of being with me. And the reason is not that this person is wicked. The reason is the ethics of the exam. So if you see a friend here, don't go and sit close to the person so that the exam will not separate you people. It is better to come out and be asking how did you fail the exam. You say, Kai, that number, that's a number that was very hard. Than that you wrote it very well and I was with you and you didn't say anything. And that start bringing distance. Then all the materials that you are not supposed to go into the exam hall with, you should not go into it. Exam answer sheets used to have a compendium of what you should do and what you should not do. Write it and make sure you obey it to the letter. So that at the end of the day, if we say teachers are great and we say no controversy, it means we didn't have any controversy during your learning stages. Are you with me? People are not clapping now because don't have anything in your chest. Just whatever I'm saying now is what you have in your chest. No, don't carry anything at all to the exam hall, so that the teachers will be your friend and you will also be their friend. I am sure you will not fail, you will pass. Amen. So, having said this, I am using the opportunity to welcome you people to the program. hoping that one day we are going to meet and you will say you had graduated in flying colors. The center coordinator, everybody has said much about you. I think last year you had more accolades than this year, although the occasion has not ended. But last year, when they were praising him, I almost felt like crying. So thank you for keeping pace with what we are doing. And for all the people